Harriet Tubman. They called her the Moses of her people. Called her that because she led so many people out of slavery, like the Moses of old. She led them out on what they called the Underground Railroad. Of course, you understand, it wasn't a real railroad at all. It was a network of people who, like Harriet, believed that it was okay for slaves to escape from slavery. 90, 100 miles of walking late at night through swamps, through woods, been chased by dogs sometime. And don't you know, sometimes people would get scared and want to go back, but Harriet, she always kept a 6-shooter strapped to her side underneath her skirt. When they got to getting nervous and scared, she'd pull that 6-shooter out and say, all right, you move on or you'll die. And everybody would move on. She brought over 300 people out of slavery like that on the Underground Railroad and never lost a passenger.
I mean, just imagine you have gotten out of chattel slavery, the institution of slavery. You've escaped, and yet you come back. You have the courage and the care about other people to come back into a hell to try to get other people out of it. It's an amazing story.
Boom. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, and if you're not, welcome back. My name is James. What this channel is about is me creating my own tarot deck, swapping out traditional characters from traditional tarot deck with actual historic figures who I feel shape society or humanity in some form or fashion. Today we're going to be focused on Major Arcana, the tarot card Strength. The element that corresponds with this tarot card is fire. The star sign that corresponds with it is Leo. The Hebrew letter that corresponds with it is Tet. And what Tet represents is two paths, good or evil. And which is interesting. And it also belongs to a group of 3 other Hebrew letters that are called the snake or the serpent. And they represent the serpent or the energy that lies dormant in the spine, or the Kundalini energy. And this also connects with the serpent in the staff of Moses. And it connects to the story of Exodus. Because the story of Moses can be looked at in a hidden occult meaning as Egypt being one's lower self or one's carnal nature, and the Pharaoh being your ego that's keeping you bonded to that nature. Moses being a spiritual urge or desire to set yourself free from that urge. And also the microcosm is the macrocosm, and as above, so below. So those things that play out internally actually play out externally on the earth as well, on a larger scale. All right, where am I going with this? Boom. All right. So the Strength card in a traditional deck is a depiction of a woman dressed in an all-white gown with an infinity sign over her head, and she's caressing a lion's mouth and taming it. And this is symbolic of the infinity symbol is her infinite wisdom that she's attained, that gives her the ability to tame such a savage, a powerful savage animal. And the lion represents one's inner carnal nature. The attributes or the characteristics of a person who is exuding the energy of the Strength card is one who has inner strength, courage, brave, is confident, that one that is compassionate, one that has self-control and has tamed that the inner desires, or your carnal nature. And it has to be noted that on this path, we have to learn to control our emotions. When faced with fear, we can face that fear with the calm, with the inner strength, with the inner calm. Maybe you get upset, but you have to learn to channel that anger or that rage, because if we don't, these things will destroy us. So when this card shows up in a reading, what it can indicate is that you're going to be rewarded for the compassion that you've shown to others. Let's go back to the infinity symbol. That's over than the traditional death. Or the infinite wisdom that you gain to tame your inner animal is more of a dance. And I chose Harriet Tubman because her faith was one of the things that she relied on to be successful in her endeavors. And in order for us to conquer our inner self, prayer is a very effective tool, because we need to reprogram the subconscious mind. When we're afraid, we need to speak to our inner voice and tell it to be calm and carry forth even in the face of fear. And that's what bravery is. So using your inner voice or prayer to reprogram your subconscious mind is a very important part of this lesson or this path. And you will be successful. And that's the reason why I chose Harriet Tubman. Throughout history, a very well-known figure who is known for her inner strength. She's not a very, big, powerful person, but she exemplifies this stuff. And many slaves' birthdays weren't documented because during slavery they weren't seen as that important. So we don't know her exact birthday, but her characteristics are that of strength. Oh, let me show you. I'm gonna give I'll show a better picture of it at the end of the video. Now, again, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, or subscribe. Again, if you feel like, if you don't, I don't care. I'm just playing. All right. Ding.
My schemes.